How are you?
Yeah, we're good.
I'm not bad.
I'm good. We finally got here.
I know. Finally.
A bit of back and forward. I'm like, I'll need to check in on the boys and then bang, record deal.
I know.
Aye.
It was mental. It was like I messaged you. I'm pretty sure like before it quite a while ago. We clearly weren't big enough then, Harry.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
We didn't hit the big time yet.
I actually checked back because I knew you'd bring this up, right? We had a bit of back and forward and then we never actually agreed anything and we kind of left it.
Aye.
And then I always, see if I've got emails or messages, I always put a wee thing to check back in.
Aye.
And that's when I seen you said signed and I'm like, fuck's sake, now it's got to look horrendous. I'm like, aye, come on now.
Yeah,
Come
fucking
on
hell,
now.
they're big time now. Get them on the
Aye,
screw.
but he's both
Mate, no,
agreed,
that's
so it's on use.
Aye.
I know.
Nah, I've seen the podcast a few times, seen a few guests, and I think it's some laugh, man.
See, I could put you in the spot right now and say what's your favourite episode.
Gary Fowles.
Gary Falls.
Well done.
And then there's
Hilarious.
what's the Scottish author that came from Coatbridge? What's
Graham
his name?
Armstrong.
Loved that one.
Aye.
And then
Graham's
what's another
class.
one? The guy from St Phoenix. I've played football with him.
Aye.
We've both played football.
Done a
with him.
charity
Just put me
match
on the
with
spot again. I've done
See,
my
I mean,
research.
just waiting for this, man. Just
Done
showing
my
off now.
research.
Right.
We're big fans. We fanboys out here.
I know. Just totally like bang, is your knowledge
Aye.
right there. How did you meet?
It was in a wee band. We were in for about. I was in it for a while, 5 years, and you were in it for what?
A year and a bit. We're in it together for about a year,
Aye.
I'd say.
We
mental.
just decided that let's just do this, mate.
Did you get on right away?
Mate, literally,
on right
as
away,
soon
aye.
as we met
Clicked.
each other, clicked like that.
Aye.
We're best pals instantly.
It's like Step Brothers. You ever seen the movie Step
Aye.
Brothers?
Aye.
It's pretty much like that.
He's a Danny DeVito, like it. But
So what happened? How did you come to the decision of we're going to go and do this ourselves? Did you always want to do music?
Oh,
Aye,
always.
yeah,
Aye.
we're both like just musicians, but
Mhm.
I don't know, people grow apart in that, you know what I
Clicked.
mean?
Aye.
Yeah, we wanted different things in the band,
Aye.
and we just were like
We're
that.
still-
You know what? We want the same thing.
Aye,
Aye.
we're still pals, we're still chill,
Aye.
but
So-
we thought, aye, this isn't it for us, we're going to try it on our own.
Let's shoot. Let's just do it.
What's your first steps for there? Because it's all right in theory going right. We'll just
Aye,
go
I
and
know.
we'll go and do this
First
ourselves.
steps,
But
wow, we made it look so we'd be doing TikTok lives, Instagram lives, and everything. We were like that. We can't wait until everything's coming for you
Aye.
guys, because we had like people that followed us over from the other band,
aye,
and
We started off pretty well.
it was all a bluff. We were like, "What do we do?
Aye,
What
but
do
like,
we do?"
don't worry, this will be coming soon. And then we get off live, like, fuck.
Aye, but basically we were just filling our socials with like
Right.
covers and daft wee TikToks
Aye.
that would just get a few views, get us a wee
Mhm.
bit of attention. And then I think after a wee while, I think it was, I can't even remember the month, it was not even that long ago, it was
Mhm.
like a month or two ago. And we just got contacted saying, we need to talk. Can you arrange a phone call with us? And it was took off from there.
surely you're thinking it's a wind up at that point.
I don't know.
I did.
We knew him.
So we actually previously knew him.
Right.
It was Tim Byrne who
Mhm.
contacted us, and he spoke to me previously on a FaceTime call, and the other band, but
Mhm.
we just fizzled out or something.
Right.
I think it was too hard for him because he was in LA.
Right.
LA. uh,
Just drop that right in there.
aye. And then it just all kind of took off from there. So he contacted us, said, "You guys look promising. This is what we've been looking for."
Mhm.
And yeah, it's just all taken off from there, to be honest.
How many months had you been kind of doing your thing by that point?
Probably about 3 or 4.
No, even. Because we left in January. We've only been a thing since January,
yeah.
I'd say. 10th of January, I think we left. And
Something like that.
This is
Aye.
like the Carlsberg, how to start a band, innit?
Aye.
Get together in January, a few months, get a deal, jamming.
We got
Aye.
lucky though, like,
stars aligned at the right time, by the
Aye,
way.
aye,
And I don't
started,
believe in that pish, but
Aye.
started a TikTok, got a few, like, you know, a couple videos with like 300,000 views, all that, whatever, singing. And then it was the Instagram reel.
aye.
One of our Instagram reels done like 1.1 million or something.
What was it? What were you doing on it?
Something daft. It was like, put your fifth photo on here and
Right.
put this backing track music
Uh-huh.
and it makes it sad.
It was
And
a
it was-
sound,
Was it me splashing you with water, or was it you splashing me with
It was
water?
me splashing you, so I was like, I'm just gonna do this, look stupid, funny, whatever.
Aye.
Came up on a thing, I just copied the guy. So shout out to
It's
him.
just, what's his name?
Fuck knows. And I was like, oh, I'll do that, that's quite funny. And then like literally the day later, it was on like 700k.
It was
And then
mental.
our
It's like-
Instagram just went like that.
It's the things that you don't expect to blow up that blow
Aye.
up. See the things you put in like tons of effort to. It's
Aye.
like we can sit and record a cover for about an hour sometimes, 1 60-second clip for an hour, because you get to the end of the song and one of us goes, "Ah!" like that. Fuck, we need to do it again.
That's the worst bit about being in a duo, you know. Because like he'll sound banging, I'll fuck it up or something. It's
Aye, but
funny.
there's also times where, see, if you make eye contact in the camera,
Aye.
and it's like the
Aye,
eyebrows raise or something, and
Aye.
that just makes the other person
Aye,
piss
we
us out.
buckle, man. It's so funny.
Did you
Aye.
have a song or a cover that he's done that kind of made both of you think this has got legs here, this has got potential for us?
I mean, we
Um,
done One Direction, didn't we?
Aye, we done a One Direction cover and it got what 400,000 views. And it was just like a wee like I'd sing, he'd speak. Like it was a sort of question and answer, and then
Right.
I'd speak and he'd sing.
Mm-hmm.
It just blew up.
I was pretty solid, wasn't it?
So it was pretty nuts. But
Weird one.
we also like what stood us in good feet with this record label was like we had tried to write our own songs. Like we've been doing that as well since. So like we sent that away, and I
Right.
think that's what locked us in, to be
Right.
honest.
Sent them a wee demo of like what we'd kind of been working on.
Right.
Aye.
And they're like, yeah, you've got some pretty solid potential.
It's shit, but we can see potential.
Aye.
But that's all you need, isn't it?
Aye.
It's, if you were the finished article, you'd be away doing your thing already.
100%.
Everybody starts somewhere.
Aye.
Well, we've been out in Sweden.
Aye.
Aye, it's been
Mate,
nuts.
I can't get my head around this, man.
It's fucked.
In that space of time,
I know.
it's just
That's what everyone's saying. Like, see when that FaceTime call, because it's all over FaceTime. Like when
Aye.
we speak now,
Mhm.
unless like we met up in Sweden.
yeah.
Uh,
Is that when you both signed?
aye,
Aye.
Right.
So we signed
Right.
we signed out there in
Mhm.
Sweden, like actual
Mm-hmm.
contracts and stuff. We were
That
talking
was
to them
scary.
for like
I can imagine.
well, that sheet's of paper in front of you. I hate this. Itching.
I felt like an adult, man. I was like, well, fuck no. I'm not
I
got a
suppose,
signature.
But up to then, you two were just doing your thing and
Aye,
having a bit
literally.
of a laugh at it. But by
Aye.
that point, it gets serious,
Aye,
doesn't
you
it?
see, you see these guys' signatures, and it's like proper signatures, and I'm just writing my name Archie.
Smiley face.
Papa's- Aye, like it's proper shit handwriting, and then you see these guys, and it's like
Never really done
even the
it.
signatures.
Didn't do anything
just
like that
blows your
before.
mind.
Like we were literally we made TikToks. Never been in a studio before.
Aye.
We've got like home studios, you know, we've got our mic
Yeah.
setups and all that
Mhm.
shit. But like we walks into this guy's studio. It's like fucking hell, fair enough.
Big time setup.
Big time setup,
Aye,
man.
like
you know.
you speak and see as soon as you close your mouth, there's no noise, no noise in it. But the room,
Freaky in it.
no, how warm is that room?
Roasting.
Like you'd be sweating in it, and we'd be in there for about, I'd say about 10 hours a day. It was like we'd be up at he'd get up at 7,
Mhm.
we'd be at the house for 8,
Right.
and I'd get up at 7:45. I like
Every
my
time,
lions.
Just bounced in.
Aye, in it, because it was only like a 5-minute walk from our hotel.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which was right in the water. It was beautiful.
Aye.
Like, see, everything, we're just taking it in our stride, man. 2 wee guys from Scotland.
See, when you're in that studio environment, right, and it's 10 hours, obviously it's hard work.
Oh, aye.
Are you still loving it at that point? Or are you
Oh,
just like this is brutal?
Every second,
Aye.
it's like we were born to do this.
Aye.
Aye. I know that sounds quite.
Not at all, man.
What's it? What's that?
My
What's that
toes
word
are going
called?
like that.
Aye, toes are curling and all. But like it is. It's like we've always wanted. We've not always known each other, but
Yeah.
we've always wanted the same thing. And
Aye.
I think that's why we've glued so well.
It's mental. Just everything, like even our families and that, you know what I mean?
That's what I was going to ask. How's the reaction been with like both your
Oh,
families?
my mum and dad cried as soon as we came off that FaceTime saying they wanted us out in Sweden.
See, when you first say to them, but I've had a message about this, and they're like, right, have you actually, or what's going to happen with this?
See, like we've never had a message to that extent, but we're quite. I don't want to say used to it, but we do get a lot of messages
Aye,
off
we
of
get-
quite some big creators, and it's a bit. At first, it was so weird to take in. It still is, but it's
Who was the first ones? Like big ones? We've had like Emily Sandy,
Emily Sandy,
Nice.
Lewis Capaldi.
Lewis Capaldi. That was in the old band.
Right.
Mhm.
Shout out Lewis, by the way. I fucking love him.
Aye.
Rob's a follow.
Aye. And then, but see, when that message came through, it was
Yeah.
like, I think we both knew that it's pretty mental.
Aye.
Pretty mental.
Good man. Plus for your families as well, they must be looking at it going, this is
Mum always
this is
straight to the
wild.
champagne. Fucking get this open!
No.
Aye.
Did any of them come with you when you went, or did you just go yourselves?
Nah. Well,
Aye, my mom went.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Just to keep an eye on you.
Aye. Well, we riot.
I know who the troublemaker is already, then.
No, I wouldn't even say that, by the way. You're actually really well behaved.
No, I'm chill, innit? Like, I'm just...
This is fear of flying.
I just can't do it, man. Like,
It's what everybody needs, but because see, to make this happen, the guys are so like good about it.
Accommodating.
Like, these guys are like, we want to help you with any issue you've got, anything, and it's weird having that amount of support behind you. Like, it's genuinely mental. Like, we're the front men. Obviously, we do a lot of work, and it takes a lot of work. Because you only see like
they're there for us, though, aren't they?
It's like that. They're not just there to make a career out of us, but like they actually seem like good guys.
It's a good relationship you've
you
got
get
with
a
them.
sense of like belonging and stuff. Like it's our only family kind of thing.
It's pretty nuts.
That's what I was going to ask. See, when you went over there, were you going over there with the intention of signing no matter what, or see if it didn't feel right, would you have left it?
I was signing. I was signing.
They said to us, they're like, yeah, we'll get you over. We're really interested, like, seeing our stuff and that. Like, we'll try in the studio, we'll try all this, and if it goes well, we'll sign you. So there probably was a bit of like, it could have went horrifically
I suppose
wrong.
for you as well, though, you'd have probably get a vibe if it wasn't. For you,
like,
do you know what I mean?
From the get go, it was like Tim would like really accommodate us. Like, he waited at the airport because he was friends with Jürgen. Jürgen's the songwriter, and he waited at the airport for us landing at like 12 at night, and then drove us back to the hotel, which is a good hour and a half drive there and back, because you know it's minted out there. Jürgen lives in the minted side. It's pretty mental.
Bought us chocolate as well, didn't he?
Got us.
So if you're ever in Sweden, Swedish chocolate is different. That's my favourite bit
I
about
never
it
ate
all.
that. I never ate that because see, apparently chocolate is bad for singers, especially because like how it melts. It sticks to like your dairy. Like milk's bad for singers. Cheese, chocolate, anything really dairy.
I fucking eat it all.
I know, that's what I don't get. These guys are like that, right? You need to drink about 3 litres of water a day when you're here. Minimum. No fizzy drinks, and he's like that. I only drink Pepsi. This guy would carry Pepsi everywhere he goes.
I've needed a brand deal with them at some point.
No,
that's all I drink.
That's your rider when you're good to go.
100%, by the way.
Full of dressing room with Pepsi and Swedish chocolate.
Genuinely.
By the
And
way.
he doesn't find, like, see when I look at him sometimes, he doesn't even pour it into a glass, like with the big 2 litre bottles.
Aye.
Like that, you know what? Glug, 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 glug.
That's definitely. You could be like Bez with the tambourine. You just came on with a 2 litre.
Aye.
Set it down on the stage.
Feel like our Pepsi. Bomb. There you go. I'm ready to perform. Even like at like lunch and that. Because they'd buy us at lunch and that. They're great guys. And he'd be like, yeah, you shouldn't really be eating chocolate. You shouldn't be eating dairy. And I was like, I'll have a cheeseburger, please. With a side of milkshake. And
See, we found it hilarious. See Jürgen's accent is like, so we speak really Scottish. They think we do. I'm quite a posh speaker,
you're quite posh.
and he's 5. But Jürgen really didn't understand us at first, and he'd pick up on some of our slang, and by the end of it, he was going, "Oh, you little bastard!" He'd be saying that, and he sounded like Borat.
He sounded
like Borat.
What was it? We got him to say like, very nice,
Very nice.
He's kick about saying that all the time. He's
So-
hilarious.
I forgot to say, you know how the studio, we were in that for like 10 hours a day? It wasn't ever at the same time because it creates like distraction or like, I don't know the reasoning. So it'd be by yourself with Jürgen in there for 5 hours, 6 hours at a time.
And then like you'd come out and then you'd go on.
Aye.
That must have been weird for you as well, for like doing stuff together all the time.
Aye.
So we met Anton as well. Anton and Luke Pot. Anton, I forgot his second name. I'm so sorry, Anton. But he's like, he's Jürgen's sort of, he works with Jürgen.
Right.
Like his protege, isn't
His little elf.
Right, okay.
And we went on a wee sort of producing songwriting day with them, sort of learning their techniques. And it's like mental. See these guys, it's like, can you make this sound? He's like, yeah, sure. And he pulls it up like this, plays it, doesn't even listen to it. And it's like, yeah, exactly that.
I mean, no, Swedish dons do it different, you know.
Oh, Swedish
They
birds.
are- see, when it comes to down, boy, down. I
Not too
know.
tall for me, but
I know. They're on the 6'2" and the wee 5'6" Archie.
what about the restaurant?
Oh no, this was horrific.
Tell us, man.
Go to share it now.
Oh man, this is why I hate being out in public with this guy.
So there was a beautiful blonde, blue-eyed waitress.
Right.
I'd say about 25, right? And I'm sitting having my food and I just go, Harry, look. And basically she starts serving us our food and I'm like, gives her a napkin. Has anyone got a pen here? We're out with dinner with Tim and Harry's mum.
Right.
And Tim's like that, you're not going to do what I think you're gonna do. And I'm like that, I'm fucking doing this. I'm shooting my shot. Anyway, write my number, my details.
Had
my
you spoke to her
Instagram.
before this? No.
No, just waitress.
Brilliant.
Probably didn't speak one bit of English, and I'm like that. I'm gonna give her this when I'm leaving. And
You've left out a fine detail.
Yep, I'm about to say this. While I was eating my dinner, she kept coming over the table, so I had it like in between my legs. Cause I was like, oh, shy. And I was eating pizza, and I took a bite out of it, and a wee bit of tomato sauce got on the napkin. And I was like, oh right, you know what? I'll just fold it up and then give it to her.
Right.
Comes up to the end, and I give it to her. I'm going in front of you just so you can have a wee bit of embarrassment after me. The plan is give her this and dash out the door. Anyway, I give her this. Apparently, as soon as she took it, I turned around so I didn't see it.
Right.
Tim comes out the shop. I'm waiting up at the car, and he's like that. You're an umpty. And I go, why? And she goes, and he goes, she didn't even look at it. She just tossed it in the bin, thinking it was a bit of rubbish. And I went, that has got to destroy my whole confidence ever.
He walks over, hands this poor woman just a shitty napkin, tomato sauce, and like he's wiped it with his mouth. I tried to give her his number. Disgusting.
Didn't work.
Could have been the woman of your dreams.
I was gutted. She was the woman of my dreams. See if you're out there watching this. Don't know what your name is, but I'm the guy from the pizza shop in Lindingo.
Ken what's me? In Sweden, you need to ask for your pizza to be cut.
What, when you order it?
When you, they bring you just a round pizza. There's no cut or anything, and they give you a knife and fork.
You're just meant to just charge on yourself.
Fold it up.
What the fuck?
And eat it.
That was weird. Food out there's good though, isn't it?
That's bizarre, man.
We've got some banging granite there.
Right, so Sweden done. I want to talk to you about social media because the both of you are everywhere. You go on Instagram, you're there. You go on TikTok, you're there. I feel like half a stalker sometimes when I'm on these. How's it grew so quickly for you? Because it's a hard thing. There's loads of people doing their thing on TikTok and all that, but you have just shot off right away.
To be honest, I can't answer that.
It's lucky, innit?
Do you think it is just luck, or do you think it's just what you're doing?
A wee bit. See, everything we've done so far, you have to have talent. And I'm not saying I've got talent, you've got talent. He's the one that carries me.
Gotcha.
Anyway, it's like everything has to align. You've got to have that wee bit of luck because you could be the best singer in the world, and just not get noticed.
Yeah, totally.
Not get noticed, and then that's that wasted talent. You've got to have everything going for you at the right time. And don't get me wrong, we've went through some tough stuff in the past, but like it finally feels like it's paying off. Like finally,
definitely.
Because when I left that band, I said to Harry, I'm giving this a month, and if it's not doing anything or I don't feel the excitement, I'm gone. And like that was going to be the end of me just singing completely because I'm 18. Like I need to, because I'm at uni as well. And I was just like, I need to get a job. I need to focus on uni. Like I'm giving this a month max, and then I'm asking.
Were you kind of disillusioned with it at that point?
Oh, because I've been doing it for 5 years.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's quite disheartening in a way. But everything just went fucking bonkers.
It's quite a hard business to be in as well. Like, if you don't make it, like we were at that the last thing for like a year. He was 5 years or something. And like when you're not really going anywhere or like nothing seems to be working, then it's kind of like, oh, maybe I'm shite.
It's really demotivating.
Maybe I'm just
one thing, see, when people like that in our industry say it's actually really hard and people don't realise it's a different kind of hard to a 9 to 5.
Right.
Yeah.
Like a 9 to 5, don't get me wrong, I could not do it. Genuinely. I've done part-time jobs. I hated it. I could not do it. It just doesn't suit me. I'm too hyperactive. But it's like a different sort of, I don't even know how to explain hardness.
Yeah.
No,
like
it's like
social media.
I suppose you're always getting judged.
Aye.
Yeah, like probably sound like every other influencer right now, but like it is a hard job because you're literally putting your life out there 24/7, and if you don't, people will just
lose interest
or like start hating you or something. Like you need to just constantly just put your life out there, and it gets knackering at points. Like,
what's the both of your processes for it? Because obviously everything evolves on social media, it changes all the time, but
yeah,
how much time do you spend each week kind of working on different bits for your social?
We tend to, when we're together, we tend to stay with each other for about 3 days a week. One of the days we'll have like a pure chill one where we have ideas or we write down song lyrics or just muck around, really bond, because that's really important. And then the other 2 days are just full out, just banking content for the next 4 days that we're not together, or sending away to Tim and Jurgen like song lyrics or backing tracks.
You can never really just do one day's work. Like when we're together, we've got pressure on us to put like content for like the next week or something. Like we're making about like 4 or 5 different videos a day and only posting like one of them. Because we're trying to like,
because you make shit tons of videos, but you see about a quarter of them.
Half the time we look back at them, we're like, whoa,
that's all that shit.
Are you both quite critical of your own stuff?
Well, we have to be. That's what Tim and Jurgen have said. Everything from now has to be perfection. And if you don't, you get battered.
much.
I'm kidding.
Do you feel that it's changed for you both since the deal was signed, or do you still feel like you did at the start?
I was really that close to just quitting.
Like
just putting it all behind me, forgetting about it. But it's like a new spark is sort of being created, man.
The pressure as well, I suppose, because you're not you're not messing about now. You're in there. You've got your deal. You've got to deliver now.
100%. There's pressure.
Do you like it though? Is it a good pressure?
Pressure makes diamonds. I'm not sure if it does, but I've heard that saying before. I like saying it, but
I suppose if you enjoy it though, that's the difference.
We work very well under
motivation
stress.
More than anything. Pressure and motivation.
It's pretty mental. It's pretty fucked at the same time, man.
100%. Like I always, anytime I've got a guest on, I'll always have a look at socials and that, do a wee bit of research. Anytime you put something up, like the amount of comments that come in is insane.
It's not.
Start reading it and you're like, I've got a sore head. You two must be like,
I love it.
That's just our loyals.
Like, ego boosted. No, but it's like these guys are. I've not found it annoying once.
No,
because it's these guys that make it possible.
So
I love every single one of them. That
I suppose as well though, they've been there for the get go with the both of you.
Yeah, we've got the best fans. Like literally,
I love it.
They're the most loyal people ever. Like every video, they're like commenting. They're always interacting with us. They're always messaging us, and we're always happy to message back. Like that's one of my favourite things to do. I'll be sat bored as fuck. I just sit in my room messaging folk.
That's one thing we had to stop though. We, for a period of time, when we were out in Sweden, we were just like, don't do DMs and don't do lives, because we're really bad with saying stuff we're not meant to say. Like, we've got this coming. Then we've got a text 2 seconds later because we've got people watching us in our team. It's like, you weren't supposed to say that. Okay, guys, sorry, we have to end the live stream
later.
So we had to go for a period of time, and it slowed down our socials. So like, it took a hit on our socials, but we're confident like it'll take off again.
Did you get people messaging on what's happening?
Like we were always still active. We just weren't doing the live streams, which is what sort of connects us. I don't say fans. I'd say
friends.
The team.
What's our friends, man?
Call them the team. The team definitely missed us, but we've started back now. So doing lives, doing DMs again. So it's like you don't go in DMs for a day, and it's like 99 plus up the top, and then it's just you'd scroll for hours.
Live was our biggest thing though, wasn't it? Like we started going live when we had like 4 or 5k followers or whatever, and we started like just getting mental amounts of views and that. Like we had like 3,000 people in our lives, like consistently.
It's not, and it's literally just us two talking.
It's just us.
That's what I was going to say. Were you singing, or were you doing a bit of
both?
We
do a mix. Sometimes we can't be us singing.
You just sit and chat.
We sit at his Mo's dinner table. With a wee tripod and just chat.
The setup is exactly this. We've got a wee sort of desk ring light. We've got my MacBook,
and
we've got my phone, and that's it. Some scran. We went to the wee Tesco, picked up a can of Pringles, some juice, and that's us. We once done a live stream for about 9 hours.
Like it was
done it overnight one, but like it's like we don't get bored of it.
Yeah, plus you're seeing the benefit as well for the other side, for like followers and things.
It's nuts.
But I suppose the both of you are probably relatable to a lot of people because you're living a lot of folks' dreams.
Aye.
Just now, and I always find when I talk to people, they'll maybe watch somebody that's overseas, like in the US or something, they're absolutely smashing it, and you're probably sitting there going, "Nah, I could never do that," because it seems too far away.
Aye.
But you two are Scottish, you're here.
Yeah.
People are probably, you probably went the same path people will go with school and uni and things, and finding that niche. So it's probably that side of it as well. Like
we can relate to a lot.
I think that's so important as well. Like letting people see like what we're actually like as well. Because obviously like social media, you put on a bit of a front and like kind of have to, don't you?
Aye.
Like you it's not like faking it, but it's like just putting your energy level.
Some days you're not feeling it, but you have to feel it in a way.
Putting your energy level up a couple.
So that's another reason why we like bank a lot of shit, is because during the week because we do post solo shit like on TikTok or Instagram, and it's like just for days where one of us is feeling shit, the other one can pull through, and I think that's why we work so well as a team. It's because it's genuinely 50-50.
Aye, we just cover each other.
Aye.
As well.
We didn't work off schedules or anything. We just
just do your own thing.
Play it by ear.
Aye.
And it just works.
But I suppose it's maybe that's better than having a kind of regimented.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I didn't like working off schedules or that. I didn't like it to be too serious.
You hated school.
Aye, I couldn't do school, man.
But then you find a lot of creative people struggle with the school, like the kind of regimented hours and
the school system.
The same
struggled
stuff
with school, but did my mum and dad let me leave it? Oh no.
Did you ask?
Oh I hated it. Like
from the get go, or did you just get to a point where you're like, I'm done with this?
I loved it because, like the shit we got up to. Like, see, I look back at some of the shit, and I'm like, wow, I got away with that. It's like me and my mates were just having a laugh at everything. Only a certain amount of teachers liked me because I hated being told what to do, and I wasn't ever like a cheeky wee bastard, but like I couldn't keep my mouth shut.
Yep.
And it wasn't like in a pure disrespectful way. It was just like, I'm not doing anything here.
Yeah.
It's not me that's the problem. It's this guy. But they just, when they get their mindset on something, it's like, that's what fumbled me.
It's a wee bit fried, like the whole schooling system in that, I think.
Did you both kind of let it be known at school that you wanted to be like musicians and that when what was the chat like? Did you get support at that age or no?
Oh, my mates ripped the absolute piss out of me. Oh, I loved them for it, but that's what's made me so confident in what I'm doing. Because as soon as it went good, you know you're doing good when your mates are like, "Fucks, mate."
Aye.
So
what about like teachers and that?
Shout out Miss Ward. She was my absolute favourite. She was my pastoral teacher, and she would honestly do anything for me. See if I needed a day off because we were down in England on a tour, so we needed to leave the Friday, be there for the Saturday. Like that, no problem. I'll speak to the headmaster.
Right.
You're chill.
Aye.
But she was honest. She'd always be asking me about it.
Aye.
Because she 100% knew that that's what I wanted to do, and she was so supportive. She was honestly my standout teacher.
Aye. And that's the one you remember as well?
Aye. Miss Ward is the one I remember. She was funny as anything as well, man. She could take a joke.
I love that. I love that there's teachers out there that will kind of put their head up and back people in that situation, because there is loads of folk that don't want to follow a certain path or do a certain thing and get all these exams and do this to get to a 9 to 5 job. Works for a lot of people, but for some, you've got to look at that creative process as well and try and support people doing other things.
That's what I think the school system doesn't recognise though.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't really get much support in school at all. Like for anything. They were just a bit meh. They didn't really care.
Guarantee when you hit it though, they'll be like, come back.
Aye, they'll be like, aye, come back. Fuck no. Aye. Not a chance, man.
Aye. 100% by the way.
Aye, I left at the end of 4th year.
Andy Robbo went to my school.
Right.
And that's exactly what they did to him. He didn't even make it in the school team, you know.
Jeez.
And as soon as like he made it as big as he is, it was like, you see in my school, it's all like Andy Robbo signed Liverpool shirts and stuff.
Right.
Fair fucks to the guy. Like, honestly, he's one of my favourite fullbacks in the world.
Aye.
I'm not just saying that because he's Scottish, maybe ham. But he's done it. He's done it for himself.
Aye. 100%, yeah.
For those.
Right. What's been the we spoke about lots of brilliant things. What's been the challenges for both of you? What's been the harder things to try and deal with?
Dealing with him sometimes, honestly. I say that as a joke, but see, sometimes when you're sat together for about a week straight, we can get on each other's nerves. It's like we are genuinely brothers.
No, we didn't really
argue. That. We don't argue, we bicker.
Yeah.
We genuinely bicker like brothers.
Apart from looking at his face, there's not really been anything that's been like proper solid. Like everything's just been pretty smooth, hasn't it?
Any challenges? That's it. I should have thought of that one.
There's literally nothing. Like sounds like pure fucking picture perfect. And like literally like
challenges.
I can't think of anything that's
getting on that plane.
Aye. What you got to do when you go on tour and all that?
Get a bus.
15-hour drive.
See, when we were in Sweden, he was like, see if I have to come back here. And I was like, you're going to have to come back here. I've looked it up. You can get like the boat across to France, the bus up to Spain.
I can get a train to London.
How long does it take?
It takes 3 days.
How long's the flight?
2 hours. 2 hours.
Come on.
Aye, but I can drive through London into France.
Can you drive?
Then up to Germany. I'll get a bus. Up to Germany and through like that way. That's what I sit and do. Look up maps and shit.
But then maybe the plane thing will just go away with time.
That's what I think.
You'll be chilled.
Maybe, I don't know.
You'll have your own jets. You'll be like, I don't care.
Oh, it's terrifying, man. I hate flying or the burning passion. That's like my one thing.
I was warned, see, because we were going on FaceTimes a lot to Tim, like right before it, because he was saying how he's really nervous about flying. I was like, I'm gonna wind him up, say the wings fell off or the wings on fire, and he was like, don't you fucking dare. We need to get Harry out here first and see after maybe. Aye, you can do that. But I have like a bank of TikToks about plane crashes just waiting to show him, by the way.
He looks nervous now and you're even just talking about that.
I hate it, man. Honestly, I don't know why I've done this to myself.
It's one hit you're going to have to take.
I tell you what, I get hit on a plane, I'll die.
See, the thing is now, you're going to get tagged in so many videos like, here, check this out.
Watch it.
Oh, man. A few people had messaged asking what your kind of creative process is for writing songs.
Right. So
very serious, man. Serious questions.
We actually do. It's like this sounds so stupid, but see the place where we chill out most, it's either like in my room with the Xbox when we're just sitting watching Star Wars or playing at Xbox.
Yep.
We tend to just go, let's write a fucking song.
Aye.
He'll whip out the guitar and like that, make a sort of beat, like I'll sort of play what I want to hear and he'll play it, and we'll just sort of go from there. You always need like a ring. The biggest part of our song is like the catchy part.
Right.
For example, One Direction, the part that made them was what
makes you beautiful.
What makes you beautiful. That's what any young girl wants to hear. You don't know you're beautiful.
Aye.
That sticks with young girls that are going through insecurities. So you've got to find something that just clicks.
Aye.
And we do have some banger tunes, but we can't even discuss them, man. So don't you? Yeah.
Hey, we literally, I'll grab a guitar or go on the piano or something. Start strumming away to some chords, whatever, and then we just bounce it.
Like some of the.
I'll say something, he'll say something.
Just get a feeling right away. Sometimes you're like, this is gold.
See if you have to feel that way first about the chords, and then as soon as that happens, it's like, right, let's get some lyrics down. He likes his notepads. I like my MacBook.
I am proper old fashioned.
Aye, old school.
I'm just
pen and paper.
I am not about that.
It's just because I can keep up on my MacBook. So like, see, sometimes you sing something, you're like, oh, that sounded. What the fuck did I just say again?
Aye.
It's like you have to do it fast, otherwise,
it just goes.
So it is a lengthy process because sometimes there's a thing called writer's block, and we have that shit tons. It's like we're sitting there for about 45 minutes going, what can we do for this?
Wait, see in that situation, do you just kind of power through, or do you both go when to part this and
power through most of the time? But we do some going on walks.
We look for inspiration, so sometimes we'll like go down like we've been out loads of places. Sometimes we went out to like this big field. I don't know what it was. I think the massive big field with the lakes.
We just
sit there for a bit. just look about. Like we used to do this like 3-4 a.m.
Aye.
Mhm.
Like,
Writing songs late at night.
Aye, we just-
Aye.
we'd go out and just kind of look about
Mhm.
because it's quite a nice place.
I think the most important part about writing songs is I've found, especially for me, is you have to be in the right set of mind to do it. You can't be like, people obviously write different genres of songs. So like
Yeah.
if you're writing a sad song, obviously you have to be sad.
Aye.
If you're writing a happy song, you need to actually be
Aye.
buzzed about it, because if you're gonna sing a song and it's got no emotion behind it,
Yeah.
you could be the best singer in the world
Mm.
tone wise, but
Yeah.
if you've got no emotion behind it, it's just gonna sound
Aye, it's going to be a
Yeah.
struggle.
bleh.
Who inspires the both of you from a musical point of view?
Danny from The Script,
Nice.
loved him.
Elton John. I
Nice.
think he's beast, man. He's fucking class.
Who else? One of the more recent ones was Giveon or Justin Bieber.
I knew you were saying that.
Always loved Justin Bieber.
Aye.
Aye, Justin Bieber's sick, innit?
He's managed
Aye.
to stay. You know how hard that is to stay relevant for that amount of time.
Devolved massively.
Like he
Literally.
done
Aye.
it so well. He went from being his wee cute boy era to then Skrillex
Aye.
to now doing what he's doing, producing
Aye.
mental music, and he's done that so well because Skrillex became so big.
Mm-hmm.
And when was it he released that? What's that album called? Deluxe.
Well, that was like banger after banger.
Aye,
It
and it was just all
ridiculous.
dance tunes, and
Aye.
he done that at the perfect time because
Yeah.
that was his next step up, where he was from cute to being actually like a
Respected, you know?
respected
Like,
artist.
He started as a bit of a joke, you know?
Aye.
Yeah.
Folk would take a piss at him and they'd be like, Justin Bieber.
Then it's bold as well. Like, and you'll probably experience this at some point. If you're throwing an album out that's something totally different from you've ever done, you don't know if people are going to go with you
Aye,
and then like it, or you're going to fail
that
spectacularly.
is a scary thing because we've never released a tune before, and
Aye.
we are so nervous to release our first album.
But are you nervous with a kind of touch of you're both happy with what you've done and you're in a good place with
I
it?
fucking love what we've
Aye.
done, honestly. And
Aye.
I'm not even going to say the amount of songs we've recorded or whatever because I don't know what we're allowed to say
Yeah.
technically, but I don't want to get shot in the foot.
I know.
But it's honestly, see when I first heard it played back to us after the week, it was honestly like, wow, we are doing this.
Yeah.
Aren't we? Like,
And
it's-
with the record company happy?
oh my God.
That's your cue on it.
Aye. And see what I love about them, as much as they take care of you, they're fucking ruthless. And
Yeah.
that's what we need.
100%.
Like
We're
that's,
two young wee idiots that need a wee bit of a...
I need a smack across the head sometimes.
Was
Like,
that is that the first time?
Recognition.
But even though you have like been in a band and that before, is that the first time you have been exposed to that kind of hearing things you might not want to hear about what you're doing?
Sometimes, I don't want to say too much.
well, no, it was the first time we've experienced that kind of
A good
profession.
Yeah,
professional feedback,
yeah. Can I
We've
critique
had-
on it?
unprofessional feedback.
Right.
Where we're used to that. So like hearing professional feedback from guys that know what they're talking about
Yeah.
is just nuts.
Yeah, that
Right.
kind of level. That was
Yeah.
like our first.
Like it wasn't saying you're shit. It was
Yeah.
like, that sounds shit and I know you can do better.
Yeah.
So do this instead.
Which must be good for both of you, like confidence wise as well.
Oh, 100%. See when we get compared to professionally wise, how One Direction, how they used to work when they were first put together, because Tim worked for them.
Yeah.
And
Capaldi.
Capaldi,
Yeah.
oh, I love him, man.
But that must be a buzz for you, is knowing you're getting this help from these guys that have done this with these bands and these artists before, and
Aye.
where they've ended up,
Aye.
like career wise.
Aye.
It is. It's
It's so
insane.
good. It's a weird feeling.
I feel like it's not set in.
It's
for me
definitely not.
at all. Like
It must be for you, but because even it's such a short space of time, you've probably not even had time to sit down and reflect and look at it. And
Nah, man.
nah,
All my mates are like, shout out Head Boys, by the way. And they're all like, it's weird seeing them actually supportive as
Aye.
fuck, because my group are just a bunch of wee bastards.
no.
Honestly, I couldn't, like, they're supportive as fuck, but honestly, ruthless.
Aye.
Ruthless. But you doing that for Archie gives me views. I'm sorry.
Literally.
So you see when I see a video sent into the chat and the first thing I see is me, I'm like, oh, here we go.
Aye.
I'm the topic of conversation for the day.
Oh dear.
But I suppose it prepares you both for
Oh, it does.
folk out there, because especially on social media, you're always going to get crackpots that just fire mud at
Aye.
you. no matter what.
One of the weirdest things we see though is
mate,
people wanting to see your socks.
Aye,
What?
folk are
Do this dance in your socks and it'll get more views.
Folk are obsessed with our socks.
Aye.
I might start selling them, mate. I'll make
Aye.
a fucking fortune.
And I was going to actually ask, so there's more videos with socks now off the back of this, or?
Potential.
That started
business.
because we were wearing white socks and then they didn't want any socks and then they want socks. Sometimes it's like they come into our live stream and it's like
Shows your feet.
shows your feet and we'll gift you a very good donation. We're like that. Nah.
Damn.
That's a dodgy road to go down.
Sometimes they ask us to burp.
What?
Yeah, some weird.
I'm fucking into some mad things.
Yeah,
You know?
it's weird.
You must get some random DMs. You must get some out there DMs.
Grim.
I wouldn't ever like show anyone because I feel like that's invading their privacy a wee bit, and I feel like everyone should have their privacy respected.
Yeah.
But oh fuck, some people should be locked up.
Is it the same people all the time?
No,
No.
Mate,
Didn't
the
even
thing
get
is,
that.
there's a fucking community for it.
it's like a community. Of,
Like,
show us your socks, please.
Like-
Oh, no.
thousands of people.
That's right.
Mental.
And I suppose you've also got that side to contend with as well, that you do get, probably in the music industry more than most, people get a bit fanatical
Aye.
with groups that they like and music that they like, and
We kind of know that, and I don't know. I feel like that's a big part of making it. You have to go through that, and
yeah,
see, to be honest, I don't mind.
yeah.
I don't mind as long as they're blonde. Kidding on, brunettes. You have my heart.
Up the
down.
road, you've lost 20,000.
I know,
I
and
know.
gingers.
What have you done?
I'm recovering myself here.
Oh man, best bit of advice you've had.
Jesus.
Keep it humble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it humble and
Like-
shoot for the stars.
Shoot for the stars and keep it humble. Yep. That's what they always say to
Yeah.
us. Like they always say how amazed they are with how like much we want to work. They were like, "Do you want to finish for today?" And we were like, "Nah, we want
Right.
to keep going." It's like we're constantly wanting to do something else
Yeah.
all the time. So like we just want to make as much as we can out of this.
Yeah.
Like just do as much
Mm-hmm.
because we love it. It's
Yeah.
like our
100%.
genuine passion.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm fucking good at. So I've not got anything else after this. I didn't go to uni. I left school at 4th year.
You're going to make it then.
I've got-
You're pretty fucked.
Mate, if this doesn't work, I've got a job at the co-op waiting for me, mate. That's about it.
Or a Pepsi. Think of the
Aye.
positives,
I know.
mate. Think of the positives.
I get a discount on that shit working at the co-op. At the Pepsi.
Oh yeah, you might do.
Well, hey.
Hey, 10 years from now, you'll have a Pepsi deal.
I better. See if I
Well,
don't.
going in your timeline, probably fucking 4 months.
No, I know.
But now you have a Pepsi
It's
deal.
crazy. See, like one thing I've learned and I found it so crazy. So when we were getting picked up from the airport, Tim goes, "A big part of this, it sounds crazy and you might think I'm fucking stupid, but manifest everything."
Right.
And I was like, thinking about it, I was thinking this trip is going too smoothly so far. Something's got to happen. So I kept on saying something's got to happen
Aye.
bad. No joke. We get pulled over by the police. 'Cause
Oh,
they do random
no.
spot checks in Sweden
Right.
for drink driving.
Right.
And
This was
yeah,
at like
that happened. 1
half-
a.m.
half one in the
This when
morning.
you have just got there.
Got there and I'm saying something's got to happen. This has went too smoothly. We got our bags first. We got on the plane.
Sorted.
We got through the airport. He didn't stress and flip his nut. Like everything was so smooth, and I was like, "Something's got to happen here, Harry. Something's got to happen here." And yep,
course.
of course. And as soon as that happened, after Tim had said manifest everything, I was like, "You're a freaky wee cunt."
Yeah.
Aye, yeah, that freaked me out.
Oh man. Right. So what's as much as you can tell us, what's happening next?
Sweden again
Right.
in
Yeah.
June.
Full stop.
No, this no, it is on a Fife article. It's like it is out there already. Rock, paper, scissors.
I don't know about this one,
Rock, paper,
Jeff.
scissors to say if we can say or not.
You can take the hit if you
We're
want.
going to
I'm-
LA.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what you're going to be doing in LA? Just a bit of holidaying.
Holidaying.
Nice.
Yeah.
But it's like seeing.
Is that a wee summer
Let's
trip
just hope
to
Tim's no watched this far on the podcast.
wee summer trip to LA?
No.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fuck.
Nice. And what about album-wise? Do you have a release date of any kind?
No.
You know how hard we find this?
Because you fucking know what you're doing, don't you?
Yeah. Because see,
I'm just keeping your fans right, mate.
see
That's
because
all.
see because we are so excited about everything that's happening. It's so hard for two wee kids to actually just keep it quiet.
I know.
Because this is fucking huge.
Yeah.
We're being told you can't say this
Even
yet.
Getting to fucking go to LA.
I know.
No.
Man, on it.
Never been there. I've been to America.
Tell me you're not going to fucking drive or get like a boat and a car and
14 hours, mate.
14 hours.
14 hour plane journey.
It's not 14
It's
hours.
14.
8.
No, it's 14, mate.
LA is 8.
well, New York's like what, 7.5?
It's 8.
I swear it's like 14. I googled this. I'm gonna have to fact check this right now.
Yeah, fact, do it right now.
Fact check. Oh shit.
I'm going to say it's like 7.5, 8.
I'm going for 8.
14.
Right.
14. That's Australia, mate.
Yeah.
No, Australia's like 24.
No, that's like-
Yeah.
Right, okay.
He's not even got to show us a phone. He's got like 14. Phone down.
Aye, 14 sorted. See you there.
Let's see that sound.
I don't want to buy a flight. What the fuck?
But
It's offering me package deals.
it's pretty nuts. I can't even explain,
It's insane,
like,
man.
because we are
It's
just
insane.
excited as fuck. And it annoys us how we can't say to the people that have been supporting us that,
Yes, Paul.
how did you find that out?
What were you Googling?
I don't, mate, it gave me package deals to go to America. Not a big holiday.
Fair play to you, mate.
14
Right,
hours.
okay.
14 hours.
See, to be fair, he's a fat guy. I can never win an argument against this guy. It's
I've
like
got facts in the skull.
it's like
mate.
a bank of facts in there.
To be fair, Paul's just done you.
I know. Don't know how you've done that. Fair
Mate,
dues to you,
no,
Paul.
I just can't work Google, mate. I'm so old.
I can't work Google.
Fuck. Mate, I'm so old.
See, to be fair, you are very old school.
See, for this being my job, I am shite on a
I'm like
computer.
that. Oh, did you see the recent song from so and so? Who's that? How do you not know they're like one of the biggest at the moment? I don't know. I don't keep up
Yeah,
with
I
this.
don't know, like, honestly, I'm so
I'm
old.
more caught up in all that
He's
sort of.
caught up. I'm like,
This is going to be huge and you're just going to be chilled, man. Just
We're gonna be like that. Aye, so we've got to shoot the date. What
Aye.
do we? Oh, I
I'll
didn't
get you there.
notice.
aye,
I didn't notice.
absolutely.
But we are.
So
See, to
funny.
be fair, we're very organised, but so unorganised at the same time.
Yeah.
need a bit of chaos as well.
Oh, we're
Need a bit of chaos.
chaotic.
Right. Any advice you'd give to anybody maybe in a position that they've been in a band or they want to do something themselves or they want to form a group based on the journey you used to have had already?
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Aye.
Yeah.
Like, we were terrified to leave
Oh,
the
aye.
last band.
Well, he's actually like why
That's
just
all.
for the
That's all I'd known.
fear of the unknown?
For 5 years.
No, like-
that was all I'd known.
Aye.
And I didn't.
Way.
And I didn't know if it was gonna be a hit or
Aye.
miss. See,
Yeah.
to be honest, I thought it was gonna be a miss. And
Did you actually?
I just didn't want to keep going that way.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it'd be better just going from a university.
Right.
Um,
It was terrifying leaving though, because like that old band, we were like here.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, if we leave, we could drop to here. Or go to like,
Aye.
beyond the stars.
Aye.
And we were like, fuck.
and
What do
that's
we
what
do?
they keep saying to us. They want to take you global.
So we made the leap. So just do it.
Aye.
If
Go
you're
for it.
ever in doubt, just fuck it.
Unless you're shite. I'm kidding on.
Folks sitting there like that.
It is a lot of hard work though. Like
I think
genuinely,
people underestimate that side of it.
you're not. If obviously there is people born naturally talented with singing, but see the amount of work that you have to keep
Yeah.
going to maintain that voice and
Mhm.
maintain like a good tone.
Like going to the gym.
techniques. It
Yeah.
Aye,
is.
you've got to just keep.
Mm-hmm.
Did you realise how much it would be until you got to that studio point and you're like,
Oh,
this is
not-
major?
I did not understand how much work is put into the simplest of wee things, but it's like we thought we're pretty well trained, but
Mhm.
see, after that, it was like, wow.
Yeah.
And then Tim put us in contact with Kaylee B. Van Keith.
Mm-hmm.
It was huge. It's like you look her up and it's just everyone you look up that we're involved with now, and it's like they've done this and that and this, and it's like we're dealing with
But then I
The big
suppose you're
shots.
getting the best of the best from
Aye.
keep developing the two years.
it's I can't even
Wild,
explain
man.
it. It's nuts.
Fucking wild.
It's fucking
It's
amazing.
pretty mental.
This is one of the most eye-opening episodes I've done.
Really?
Just everybody else I talk to, it's like a process. It's like a 3, 5, 10 year.
Mm-hmm.
But used to have kind of had this idea, and it's you
We had
probably
this idea
built 4
for no
years
joke.
into 6
We had
months.
this idea as well for no joke 2 months, and it was like, you want to do it at
list.
Christmas time? We were like, you want to do it at Christmas time? And we were like, that, I'm shit for you. Nah.
Mhm.
And then it got to the point, and we were like, that, let's do it.
That
today.
leap was terrifying, like literally.
Oh, aye.
It could have just went down the drain, but
Aye.
Aye, we
It's
stuck
worked
to
it.
it. We stuck to it. But it's pretty fried.
Wild.
As
Right. Listener questions.
okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you, there's some of them I'm like, fucking hell, man, I'm not asking that.
Ask it.
Go
You know
on.
what?
go
Entertain-
on.
I would get
Entertainment.
shut down.
Entertain. Oh, would you?
Aye.
Oh, right, okay.
Really?
Aye. See if
Is
you think
it-
the socks was bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, mad.
I'm like, this is horrific. I'm reporting your account. Don't
It's
respond
mental.
to me
It
again.
is mental.
Wild. So we've got a tamed down version. I'll send you both the untamed version
Aye.
Right.
after this.
Right.
And it's up to you what you do with it.
See, to be fair, they've got some confidence if they're saying it to you, and like, can you imagine what they're saying to us? And
I know, that's what I mean. That's why, see, when I was sitting doing it the day, I'm like, fucking hell, what goes into their inbox? Like, this is insane, man.
A terrifying place.
Yes.
it is.
Aye. I feel the sock thing's the tip of the iceberg.
They're trials.
I would have accepted the socks coming in the day questions wise. A few people had asked how well you actually both got on away for like the cameras, away for the studio.
Amazing. He came to my family wedding. Like, he didn't know the people, but
Yeah.
I invited him and my mum and
Yeah,
dad. He genuinely is like a brother in my
Mhm.
family, and I'm like a brother in his family.
How it is, isn't
Like,
it?
see, if I think the main thing is that apart from the music, being able to get on outside of our work is
Yeah.
probably the most important thing about it. Because see, if I was doing this with him and we were being successful, but we hated each other and we
Yeah.
had to put on a smile, I don't think I'd find the motivation to work.
It wouldn't have
Be
worked.
harder for the tough times as well.
Aye.
You were struggling. Be harder then.
Because we've got each other's back in like the shitter days, you know what I'm
Aye.
saying? Like,
Aye.
it's a lot better. And like, just in general, like, we literally are like that.
Aye.
Inseparable. And like, even like family wise, like,
Mhm.
my mum treats him like a son.
Mm-hmm.
His mum treats me like a son.
Aye.
And, like, his siblings, I treat like my brothers and
Aye.
sisters and that as well. Like, it's
Which is
That's-
both lucky in that sense as well.
Oh,
'cause Not a lot
100%.
of people have that.
100%.
As pals, that's incredible.
No, it's mental.
hard.
Somebody has said, ask them to describe each other in 3 words.
You want the censored version?
No, we want uncensored.
Massive fucking heat.
All my pals call me the bobblehead.
Size of that dome, man.
It is. It's like, it doesn't fit my shoulders. Man, they all go like that. And fucking hell.
Because you've got so many songs in there.
Exactly.
It's the
Knowledge.
Aye.
Like Master Oogway
Aye.
and Kung Fu Panda. You?
Go on.
Um,
Maybe we have this show.
Aye, heads were in here.
I'm giving it. It is. Yes, big heat. It's got too much to. That one brain cell ticking. Wow.
See this? This is why we're doomed.
I don't want to go down the same lines as him because I want to comment on your nose.
What?
It's huge. It's like a beak. It looks like a beak.
I don't think his nose
Copy-
looks big.
Copies my style.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
aye. Fair enough.
There we go.
That's fair. I
You
used
took that out.
no. I used to literally live in like sports clothes.
Aye.
Can it be asked? But I
Hey,
was like,
you'd come to gigs in like shorts if you could.
aye. Oh shit, I need to dress nice.
Dream collaboration. Musically.
Justin's got to be Justin.
Justin Bieber for you.
Got to be Justin.
Aye.
You know who I'm gonna say.
He's gonna say
Give
give
it
you
on.
one. Yeah.
Aye.
Uh,
Nice.
Give it on. It's just nuts for me. Honestly,
Nice.
that.
I love
Oh,
him.
actually.
It's been replaced inside 20
Oh.
seconds.
He loves him, but no.
No. I love Tory Lanez as well, but he's his new album. Well, it's not new. It was in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
He's a rapper, but in this new album, he was like more of a sort of
Very
soulful singer.
different. Aye.
Have you heard it?
Aye. Very
The
different.
Colour Violet's very good. I like that song.
Very different fucking collab options there, man.
I know. I've got a vast music.
Aye, we're both
Aye.
like, I'm proper into like AC/DC, Fleetwood Mac, all that kind of thing.
I like my techno.
Well,
all that.
apt, because the next question, somebody has asked for right now your kind of top 5 songs on your playlist.
Like, top 5.
If you're going to your phone, which your
Go into my
go-to,
phone,
which your
right.
top 5?
Let me
I
look.
already know mine.
Go for it.
Easy. So I've got Stay by the Kid Laroi and Justin Bieber.
Right.
I've got probably Shoot to Thrill, AC/DC.
Mm-hmm.
Banging of a tune, man. I do that. Listen to that when I'm running. It
Nice.
gives me motivation. I love a bit of probably Thunderstruck as well. AC/DC.
Nice.
It's a banger.
Aye.
And then I've got like Everybody Dies in the Nightmares by X.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a genius, man.
He is.
Aye.
You like him?
Genius.
Aye.
And I'm gonna have to go for something like James. I love James.
Nice.
Probably like Laid.
Nice.
I'm very different to you. So I've got Born Slippy by Underworld.
Tune.
Love that.
Aye.
Good tune. Then we have The Colour Violet by Tory Lanez.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got I like Mercedes by Brent Fayez.
Right.
I like Bayside by Obscure.
Mm-hmm.
Techno. And I like this is hard, man. As It Was by Harry Styles.
That is a tune.
It's a tune and a half.
That is a very, very big
That's
tune.
like the summer tune, isn't
Aye.
it? That's like perfect time he released that.
He's going to go and see him when he's here.
We tried to get tickets last time.
It's sold out in like
Aye,
half
we're
an hour.
performing.
Aye, drop him a
You don't
DM.
even know what's truth and what's a lie.
I know, this is it.
Drop him a
Nah,
DM.
we're not performing. We're Harry
We're
Styles, we
supporting.
wish.
Just got to rock out.
Aye.
Bermuda shorts on. Just chilled.
Easy.
Do it.
It's fucking happening, Glasgow.
Somebody asked, do the boys plan to play any gigs in Manchester?
Manchester.
Oh, aye.
We've been Manchester a fair amount of times.
I think I've
This
done a.
must be your Manchester loyal that's
Aye.
that's wanting to know.
Can we guess who said this?
Oh.
Let's see.
Oh,
Who's that close Manchester fan that we know?
Is it Grace?
Grace, you going with Grace? See, I can't remember where the England fans live, but I'm gonna say Meg.
That's London.
Let me just
Is it
check.
London?
That's London.
Right. Okay.
Let
No,
me just check for you right now.
Go on. This is our tester for all our fandom out
I know it's going to go very wrong if it's not that a person.
there.
It is Demi.
I thought it would have been
Demi.
Grace or something. They always ask for that kind of thing. But yeah, we've been Manchester a load of times. Love Manchester.
Manchester's good.
Great venues.
See if you can guess who this one's from, right? Ask them what they are most looking forward to in the future, musically related. Love Heart, Proud of You.
Sophie
Sophie.
Christer.
No,
No.
no,
Shannon Gormley.
no. Oh, you have jumped too early here.
What?
Right. Chloe Finlayson.
Beth Beavis.
No.
Who did we miss out? I'm sorry.
I know. I'm sorry. Don't get attacked.
We missed out.
Because
Maybe it's a new fan.
we've got like loyal supporters and we've
Mhm.
got the loyalists. Like we've got the
a wee team.
wee
Begins
diehards.
with a H.
H.
Mm-hmm.
Hannah
May.
May.
Yeah.
Ah, right. Okay.
So now you're going to need to send her a nice message to make up for the fact that you didn't
Can we
fucking notice
cut
her.
that part out where it's like
No.
we guess different names? Then just cut to us saying Hannah May.
Yeah, I think it's Hannah actually.
Right. Okay.
Just leave that bit out. The previous.
So, Hannah, the boys will be in touch with an
Aye, we'll
apology.
be in.
Sorry,
Send us a
Hannah.
DM.
We kind of serious one. If you could change one thing about the music industry, what would it be and why?
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically this
Stereotype.
Do you know what a lot of people go on about? And when I had St. Phoenix in, they spoke about it a lot. The whole streaming and the kind of lack of monetary that goes to the artists.
See, to be fair, there's something like see, music. The music side of it is probably the least pain, but it's the one that opens up the most doors.
Yeah.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Like music is what opens up the most doors for every artist.
Mhm.
It's what steads them in good feet for sponsorships.
Mm.
a fan base, doing other things. Like you can go into YouTube, see when you've released an album that's fucking mental and people love you, you can do anything that you want and people will follow you because they're excited for you.
100%.
So music, I'd say 100% is the most important part, but it's what you'll make the least amount of money off.
Which probably surprise a lot of people because you'd
Yeah.
automatically look at artists and go, they must be making all that money off of their...
Don't get me wrong, the music will still pay like amazingly, but it's just nothing compared to like what merch would do.
Brand deals, sponsorship, all that kind of thing. Like.
I suppose when you measure it against the hours in the studio, it's probably not as valuable as...
Because when you look at a tune, it's not just like a guy singing, recording it. Like there is probably about a team of like 40 people behind them to work to produce it and all that. Like it goes through about 5 different producers. They have to shoot music videos. They have to, you know, make sure it's perfect. There's people that have to actually go on and, you know, put it on. Like
see, sometimes
you've got so many different people to pay.
And see, sometimes it's like you could record 12 songs and only see 2. The rest are going to bin. Because you might record at the time and then
a lot of trial and error, definitely.
And then closer to the time, you're like, I don't like that.
Is it hard letting go as well? Like songs that you've written yourself and you're like, I don't know if that's good or not.
Yeah, I'd say so, 100%, because you're excited about something you've done. But obviously, like, we don't take it in like a bad way. We take it as in like, thank fuck you told us we don't want to put out there and being shit. Because these guys are wanting genuinely the best for us. And it's like, you don't want to believe that because you're wanting to believe that you should always have your guard up. These guys genuinely nicest people I've ever worked with.
100%.
These
guys are different, man. They're just I've got no bad words to say about them. Like, actually, they're all just amazing.
Except from Tim. I hate you.
There's some smoke getting from.
We scared the living shit out of him in Sweden, by the way. We'd hide behind corners and go, rah! Need to come out karate posed and all that. What the fuck, you little wankers.
Oh man, boys, I'm so buzzing for you in the sense that you've done all this so quick. When you hit the absolute big time, I'm surely getting the first interview.
100%.
Mate, we're coming on the straight back here.
100%.
Back 100%. Into Paul's studio. Talk about the flight to LA. Cover it all.
And we'll be able to tell you some more stuff hopefully by then.
When the album drops, I've got first dibs here.
Oh, 100%, because there's genuinely so much more that's coming and we can't
Chapter 1 of this story, I think.
Chapter 0.5.
Chapter 0.1. Let's take it right back.
Fucking nuts, man.
Before we finish, anything you'd like to say to your army of avid followers out there?
Mate, we've got a lot to say. Just thank you. Look at us. Look at us now.
What's good to say? Fuck you. Nah, kidding on. Honestly, yous have been smashing it, and yous genuinely are our motivation to keep going.
We'd be nothing without the people. We would be absolute nobodies. You know what I mean?
Maybe you, not me. But
love it, boys. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us on, man.
Cheers. Superb.
Been a belter.
Brilliant.